Now, let's take a look at the applications of logarithms and exponential functions, right? The entire reason why you're learning how to solve logarithmic and exponential functions, okay? So logarithms and exponential functions are very useful to express numbers that are either very large or very small. So a number like this very big number, we can express it like this, which is way easier to write compared to this and way easier to remember, right? And a very small number like this, we can rewrite it in this way, which is, again is easier to remember, easier to write. So we can also express very small and very big numbers in terms of logarithms to study them more easily, right? For example, when we have certain relationships and it just so happens that the input and output values we're dealing with are very big or very small, we use logarithms to rewrite them into way smaller numbers. So, for example, real-life application is the Richter scale, which is used to measure the magnitude of earthquakes. In the Richter scale R, the magnitude of the earthquake R equals to the common log of x divided by 0.001. So if the magnitude of earthquake is 7.0, which means if R equals to 7.0, then the value of x, right, x which is the intensity of the earthquake, is actually this many units. And earthquake with a magnitude of 9.0, which is only 2 times bigger, will have an intensity that is 100 times bigger. Okay, right, right. So exponential functions allow us to show this very huge change in magnitude by only having a very small change in number. Right. Another application is the pH scale. So some relationships are logarithmic or exponential in nature, like the pH or pH scale. So pH, the formula of pH is actually negative common log of the concentration of protons or the concentration of hydrogen ions. Right. So here's a graph of pH on the right side. And let me ask you, do you think pH can be negative? No, right? You learn in chemistry that pH varies from 0 to 14, if I'm not wrong. And why can it not be negative? Because, right, your input, which is the concentration of hydrogen atoms, hydrogen ions, is actually between 0 and 1. Your concentration cannot be more than 1 mole per dm cube, okay? So that means that your input is less than 1, greater than equal to 0, right? So that means that if I take log of concentration of H plus, this guy would be negative. So because the formula has this negative sign in front, that will make pH positive. Okay, so pH can never be negative. And the first question, testing on the application of logarithms. So pure water is neutral with a pH of 7. Solutions with a pH of less than 7 are acidic, while solutions with a pH of more than 7 are alkaline. The formula for pH is negative common log of the concentration of hydrogen ions, where this is the activity of hydrogen ions in units of moles per liter. So in a solution, first part of the question, in a solution, concentration of H plus is 0.03. Find its pH value. So I should be very easy. I just need to substitute this into the function given, and I get that pH is actually this. And because it is less than 7, the solution is actually acidic. Okay, now let's part. An alkaline solution has a pH of 12.7. find h plus. So now instead of giving me the input, they give me the output. So 12.7 equals to negative common log h plus. So I need to solve for h plus, okay? So I multiply both sides by -1. Then I rewrote this logarithmic equation into an exponential one. So h plus becomes the subject, and this base 10 here becomes the base, and this becomes the power. So I get the h plus is this thing. Okay, not that hard, right? So suppose solution x has twice the value of h plus as solution y. What is the difference in their pH value? So the equation they gave us for pH is negative log h plus. So the pH of x, if I let the value of h plus for solution x to be 2h plus, I get that the pH of solution x is negative log 2h plus. And then because solution y has half the h plus value as x, the h plus value of y is just h plus. So the pH of y is negative log h plus. So take note, this is the pH of x, this is the pH of y. So the difference in the pH value is just the difference between the two pH, which is here. Then I get this equation, this expression, then I simplify it down using my laws of logarithms. So the first one, I split it up. I use the law log x base a plus log y base a equals to log xy base a. So here, I'm doing the reverse. So I'm going this way, right, to split it up. Then I distribute this negative sign to get negative log 2, right? Because I get negative log 2 minus log h plus log h plus. And these will cancel off to leave me with negative log 2. So the change is just the absolute value without the minus sign. So the change is just log 2, which is 0.301.
Click subscribe to become smarter with Learn Maths Today channel.